And as y'all come into the channel, hit that like button and subscribe. Now over here we talk boxing and we break fights down to the T. When it comes to this boxing shit, don't nobody talking better than me. What's going down? Huh? Early morning. Early morning wake and bake. Today's topic of discussion, B. Norman Jr. gotta get a knockout to beat Devin Haney. And here's why. Say they go all 12 rounds and B. Norman Jr. do good. They gonna rob his motherfucking ass. He do not beat Devin Haney in a 12-round fight. He do not get the judges on the scorecard to waver his side at all. I'm talking about at all. Gotta stand up for this one. Go sit your ass down. And it's sad too, because I like B. Norman Jr. So I was thinking, like, damn, I think Bill and Dev know this already. Kind of like how Tank told Lamont when they was fighting. You know, Tank whispered to Lamont like they ain't gonna get to you. They ain't gonna get to you. This one of them situations. For sure, for sure. Oh, this one of them situations for sure. hmm Yeah, this one of them situations. See, one thing you gotta give to Bill Haney, one of them individuals that's he's smarter than he look. You know what I'm saying? You know, and he know the sport of boxing. He know more about the sport of boxing than y'all give him credit for. And Bill got a couple aces up his sleeve in this fight. So Brian Norman Jr., if you ever see this live, listen here. Well, if you see it, it might be too late for your ass. So you better go in there and do what you said you gonna do and try to knock his head off. You gotta get a KO. You got to. Go sit down. You got to get a KO. You have to. hmm You wanna go back in the house? But you being bad as hell. Go sit down. It's a badass baby boy. That's sad though. Cause I like Brian Norman Jr. I do. I like B. Norman Jr. I like him in and out the ring. He has great personality. You know what I'm saying? You could tell his pops did a good job raising him. But if you go in there thinking you just finna box Devin Haney or try to play him at his game, because even if you do good, B. Norman, they gonna rob your ass. I know for a fact they gonna rob your ass. Why? Because Devin Haney's more marketable. Devin Haney has been around a little more. And that's just how it is. What's happening, man? Dirt T Rodder. What it do? Groove Street. You know what I'm talking about? Stop, little boy. Topic of discussion is B. Norman Jr. gotta get a knockout. He have to. And I wasn't even really thinking like this at first. Cause I'm like, all right, B. Norman finna win easily. Silly me. Why the hell would I think that? Hmm? Why would I think that? Silly me. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense for me to feel like B. Norman just got this one in the bag. Cause Devin, we know, box his ass off. Cold at it if you ask me. Yeah, he raw. But I know he can't take no punch from B. Norman Jr. I also know, well, shit, B. Norman got to catch his ass. So, because of that, oh, shit, they go 12 rounds. They go 12 rounds. They gonna rob him. They gonna rob him. And that's sad. That's sad, man. That's sad. And I can hear B. Norman Jr. daddy right now bitching about the whole situation. He should know that the daddy Brian Norman. He should already know that if y'all don't get a knockout, there's no way y'all win. There's no way y'all win on the scorecards. I believe they are robbed him to the point where even if it looked like it's just completely one sided, they still gonna rob his ass because he's not marketable like Devin Haney. Everybody that just joined the chat, what's happening? Bartley Cordero, what's happening? A little weird because he has more points. No, this is what I'm saying. I believe Norman touched Devin Haney chin flush. He going to sleep, no doubt about it. Ain't no keep getting up like he did Ryan. He going to sleep, but I don't think he gonna use that approach. Yeah, I don't believe the Norman family team is gonna use the knockout approach with Devin Haney. I believe they're gonna be stupid enough to try to put a beating on you. He said it. He said like I don't want to go to knockout. I want to punish him. Okay, we'll try to punish him then. Try to punish him and leave it up to the judges. And Turkey gonna goddamn get that nod. You know what I'm saying? His Excellency gonna get that nod. And y'all gonna get robbed on the scorecards for sure. Know you heard it here first, Man Cave TV for sure. So B Norman Jr. he gotta stop him. Yep. Pacquiao Prime, Norman Prime, shit. Norm. No, I was gonna go Pac-Man, but no, Norm. Cause Pacquiao he like to lunge with his punches. And a lunge fighter, a motherfucker like to lunge, he too accessible for the counter. Too accessible. You know what I'm saying? And that's how B Norman be getting motherfuckers out of there. That counter be nasty. Yep. You from the Philippines? What's how they did? I never been to the Philippines. Yeah, y'all have beautiful women over there. Beautiful. Beautiful. Good morning, my guy, Darren Rollins. Good morning, everybody that just joined the chat. Everybody just joined the chat. I know y'all boxing fans for sure. And then do y'all believe that B Norman got a chance 12 rounds against Devin Haney? With the scorecards. Think about it. Devin Haney's way more marketable. Way more marketable. And I like B Norman Jr. I'm not trying to throw shade on him. He a good, wholesome, genuine guy. They from Atlanta and all that. They good country boys. But you ain't no Devin Haney. You ain't no superstar. He the dream. He the dream. He done already been through some shit. And they can keep pushing him. Keep pushing him. So this shit all about money. Y'all know that, right? Y'all do know at the end of the day, it's all about cash, right? So for B Norman to go 12 rounds with Devin Haney, ain't no way. Ain't no way he win. That's what I'm saying. I don't care if he look good. Ain't no way he win. And I stand that. He gotta stop him. He gotta stop him. For sure. Yep. New superstar Norman, for sure. For sure. This is Brian Norman Jr. coming out party. Don't nobody know who the fuck B Norman Jr. is really. You hearing about him, they giving him a little run, a little traction because of the fight coming up, but be honest, you casuals don't know who the fuck Brian Norman Jr. You don't know who the fuck he is. You don't know who he is. His daddy be trying. That's why his daddy be running his mouth. Build a little traction. He ain't wrong. But y'all know who the fuck he is. Y'all know who the dream is, though, for sure. Y'all know who Bill Haney is, for sure. So, for B. Norman Jr. to knock his ass out, make it look good, too, a new star is born. But enjoyed first fight, too. It was good. No, for sure. The first fight of Tank and Lamont, I want some money off that shit, too. Yeah, I want some money of it because I knew it was gonna be a draw, and I don't be too much right about a lot of fights, but the fights I be claiming to be right for sure that I really feel in my heart. The only reason I knew that was gonna be a draw because Tank had too much respect for Lamont, too much respect for him. You notice that? You notice through the press conference, Tank ain't really getting that man face too much. Talking about he whispered to him. They grew up together, and I believe it was one of them situations like how. You know how you know a motherfucker and y'all be close. Y'all wind up kind of being like family because you had hard times. You wind up living with him for a little second. He moved you in the crib. Your mama know his mom. Shit like that. Hard time. You probably got kicked out the crib and he let you stay. One of them situations. Tank ain't really want to hurt that boy. But I tell you what. I tell you this about Tank. He just got his charges dropped. In the rematch, he gonna stop Lamont Roach for sure. And watch how many people drag Lamont Roach's name through the mud. Now listen, because it's a lot of Lamont Roach bandwaggers. A lot of them. A lot of them. And I've been like a Lamont Roach. You know, I don't feel like he at the upper echelon like Tank and Shakur, but he's a good fighter. Tank could have stopped him the first fight. He's ain't gonna hurt that boy. I'm telling you. No, you heard it here first. No, you heard it here first. No, you stay your ass in there. Stay your ass in there. You bad as hell. No, no, no. You heard it here first. Everybody had Tank. Everybody had Tank on the money line. A lot of people didn't even know who Lamont Roach was. That's what I'm saying, though, man. And that's why you can't really go off a person's name. You can't go off a person's record because he didn't lost. You gotta go off that weak ass saying they use in boxing. Styles make fights. I hate that shit, man. Man, listen, that's off subject, y'all. But listen, I hate that terminology that Styles make fights. And that shit is so true. But we gotta use another saying, though, man. We gotta use another saying. I hate that shit, but it's the truth. Lamont Roach style, and it ain't even a style he got. It's just like, man, he didn't want to hurt him, man. It's a respect thing. That's why I feel like, man, as a fighter, you can't just know how to fight. There's a lot of attributes in being a fighter. You gotta know how to pop your shit too. There's a lot of you fighters that's good at fighting, but you don't know how to talk. You look stupid a little bit. Abdullah Mason kind of like that. Abdullah Mason, the type that he'll beat your ass, but he ain't really finna jaw jack with you to the point of beating your ass. He just gonna beat your ass. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Tank, he wasn't like that at first. Tank has developed a talking style of boxing. He was real quiet at first. He didn't know how to talk. Sounded stupid up there. So you gotta, first of all, you want money, don't you? You're a prize fighter. So you gotta sell the fight. You can't just be up there looking all goofy, especially if a motherfucker don't know what you can do. You could be the coldest motherfucker in the world, but if a motherfucker don't know you, don't even want to see you, see that's pointless, right? Pointless. So it's a lot of attributes to becoming a fighter. I knew Tank had too much respect for Roach. You can't have no respect for nobody in that ring. Ain't no friends in boxing. I don't give a fuck if you did take me in. I don't give a fuck if you did look out for me. My mama kicked me out. Bitch, we fighting for this bread. And guess what? Man, I'm on a knockout streak. And guess what? I keep putting asses in these seats because I knock people out. And so guess what? Bitch, you next. Yeah. That's how Tank mindset like that now. Yeah. Tank be let motherfuckers in his head with his personal business. And I ain't here to talk about his personal business. But that's what he be doing. But now he focused up. His charges drop. He finna stop Lamont. So anybody put some money on Lamont Roach, you're gonna lose. You're going to lose. Yeah, it's the word you got. You're going to lose. You know what's crazy? A motherfucker like Shakur fight Lamont Roach, and Lamont Roach will make Shakur look good. That's crazy, ain't it? Yeah, this style of fighting, he'll make Shakur look good. Shakur beat him easy. Easy. To where y'all be saying, oh, Shakur beat Tank. Man, that's a whole nother topic of discussion, but just know, y'all, whenever Shakur and Tank fight, Tank put him in the dirt, man. And y'all gonna do Shakur back. That's the crazy part of this shit. I love boxing, man, but I hate when a fighter lose how y'all just crucify a motherfucker like, dog, for real. 500 on Bengals to beat the Commanders? Man, you must be rich, my boy, because that's a lot of motherfucking money. That's a lot of motherfucking money on a preseason game. The payout, what's the payout? 100 bands? Shit. Tank most definitely Tank kill Shakur. But you know, it's a lot of casuals. It's a lot of stone cold boxing fans that agree that Shakur beat Tank easily because of that Williams Zepeda bullshit. Man, y'all gave Williams Zepeda too much credit. Too much credit. Yeah, and Zepeda a good fighter, a good valiant fighter, but he ain't no puncher though. He ain't no accurate puncher like Tank. No. Man, listen, man. If they in the negotiations with that Teofimo and Shakur shit, I got Teo to make Shakur look bad in that ring. No, you heard it here first. I got Tio to make Shakur look bad in that ring. Now, Shakur, one of my favorite fighters, man. He like my top five favorite fighters. I know a lot of people hear my shit, they be like, man, this motherfucker just be trolling. No, I love the fighters. I'm just not biased. I call it how I see it. Shakur has excellent defense. His offense, probably second to none. He got the brittle ass hands. Man, I watched some of Shakur highlights about a couple weeks ago, and I noticed, like some of his last fights, like his last 3 to 4 fights, I noticed when Shakur punch and like, say he got a motherfucker bagging up and he throw a couple counters, he he grimace. He grimace when he punch. Go back and look it up your goddamn self. You ain't gotta believe me, man. I talk my shit, but it's pretty accurate, goddamn. Go back and look. The last 2 fights. Just do the fights. He he even goes to the point where he be like, I, I saw Tank do that one time in a fight against Pitbull, and he hurt his hand. Shakur do that shit often. Like when he be punching. You can't fight like that against nobody like Tank, man. He gonna knock your ass out, man. Brittle ass hands. Them hands brittle. Too brittle. Whenever he fight a formidable opponent, he ain't fought nobody. I don't want to hear that the Williams Taylor shit. No. No. You fight somebody, beat Teofimo Lopez. I won't have nothing else bad. I say Shakur that dude. Yeah. Yeah. How would you disagree? How would you disagree? That's all facts. Shakur hands, they worse than Floyd's. At least Floyd, when he was pretty boy, he was stopping shit. He changed his whole game up because he had to. Shakur fight the same. He been fighting the same since he came in the game of boxing. So, what adjustment he gonna make for them brittle ass hands? Huh? And I don't even believe Floyd hands was brittle. I don't believe it was both of them. I believe it was like his left. Or yeah, I believe his left hand was brittle. I don't believe that right was too brittle. Might have been the right one of them. It wasn't both of them though. It wasn't both of them for sure. Why y'all be hating on T.O. like that, man? Now I know he be saying derogatory shit, but let's keep it real. We all done said some derogatory shit before. We all love prejudice in our own right. You understand what I'm saying? I love Teofimo Lopez as a boxer, a fighter, an entertainer. He better than most, man. He better. He better. Gordo better than most, man. And I'm gonna tell you something about Teofimo Lopez. Why y'all say he trash? Any big fight he's ever been in, he's beat ass. From y'all favorite fighters to Lomachenko, Josh Taylor, and the list go on. You know, a lot of y'all was on Richard Comey like he was cold. Y'all was on African Boy like he was cold. Y'all was on his coattail. Look, I see. That's what I be saying. That's what I be saying. Y'all crucify fighters, man. Man, when they get that first L, that man, y'all run they name through the mud. Like you ain't supposed to lose in boxing. Damn you, Floyd. Damn you, motherfucking Floyd. God damn you, fuck boxing up, man, with that shit. Cause what? When did it ever just matter that you lost? It's all about the performance you put on. Huh? I feel like Gary Antoine Russell will beat the fuck out of all y'all favorite fighters, except for a few. But in the 140-pound division, this man got one loss to Puello. And I said they robbed him, but no, they ain't robbed him. Puello beat him. He beat him. He beat him to the punch. And I know this off subject, chat, but I just want y'all to somebody answer me this. In the sport of boxing, what punch you feel the judges rank the highest? Huh? Because I believe the counter punch is like a 3-point shot in boxing. I know they rate power punches higher than like pop shots and shit like that. But I believe that the counter punch is the most highest ranked punch in boxing. Do you agree? You seen TL get outboxed too much. By who? By who? And I'm gonna tell you something. He only lost one fight to Kambosos, and I feel like they robbed him, man. Man, they robbed T.O., man. When I first saw that Kambosos and T.O. fight, I said, man, T.O., I thought it was close. I feel like they could have gave it a draw. And that's what it and I still feel like that. I feel like T.O. Fimo won that fight or it was a draw. Now, it's always best to go back and watch fights that you already seen before, like a movie, because you see newer shit. Watch that fight, man. Because first of all, if y'all real boxing fans, y'all know you can't just get a close fight with the champion. You have to, without a shadow of a doubt, beat the fuck out the champion to take the belt from him. You know this to be true because a few fights that just went on, they called it like that. So Kambosos ain't just beat the shit out of T.O. After that fight, both of them was bloody. Should have called it a draw, or T.O. should have kept his belt. And they robbed him. So I ain't trying to hear that other shit, boy. And that Sandor Martin, I give you that. I give you that. Sandor Martin had T.O. on his bike. That's probably like the only fight you can say. That's probably like the only fight you can say. Because I feel like none of us know how a fighter feel when they in the ring with the pressure and all that. You don't know how this motherfucker feel. Like when a coach, you don't know. Only the fighter can tell you what he feel at the time. And I feel like T.O. could have pressed Sandor and got him out of there. That's the only one. That's the only one. T.O. I got T.O. beating the shit out of Shakur. I don't have T.O. just winning. I got him beating the shit out of Shakur, like exposing him, making it look crazy, hurting him too. Jermaine Ortiz, no, no. You can't. How you gonna win running? You can't win no fight running. You can't win no fight running, man. I want you to know that too, man. Judges hate that shit. I could be a judge. I think I might try to get in that game. I think I might try to get in ringside where I can be a judge and see what the qualifications for that shit. You can't beat nobody running on your bike. All that backing up, trying to pop shot. You can't do that, man. You gotta hurt a motherfucker with a counter or something like. You can't just be bagging up. You can't do that, man. You can't win no fight like that, man. And that's all Jermaine Ortiz did with T.O. That's all he did. That's all he did. He ain't hurt T.O. He ain't put T.O. on his bike. He just danced around the ring. You can't win like that. It will all be T.O. so I can say T.O. trash. Nah. Slide and counter. You thought Loma would, but nah. That's still yet to be proven. That's still yet to be proven, man. Nah, Barbosa, he did a terrible job against T.O. See, T.O. got a style, man. Listen, man, T.O. got a kind of like a B-boy stance, like style. His style is crazy. Yo ass cannot come out here, you bad as hell. No. Yeah, T.O. got like a B-boy style stance. So a lot of fighters, they don't really know how to go at that shit. They don't know how to come at that. You know. Just think about it, man. You ever went up against somebody? You could use this terminology in anything, in any sport. You ever went up against somebody and you used to guard in a person that does something different than what the fuck you face right then and there? That's T.O. T.O. different. He different than a motherfucker. For sure. Different than a motherfucker. You know. They hate on T.O. Gary, that's why I love Gary Antoine Russell, because he kept it real. He say T.O. one of the most talented motherfuckers in boxing, whether y'all like him or not. He talented as a motherfucker. Super talented. The only other motherfucker that I know, small like T.O. that's super talented with muscle is Tank. Tank athletic than a motherfucker without y'all even knowing. That hood motherfucker talented in a bitch. Oh, bro. Oh, my mama. Different. Plenty dimensions. How you gonna say Jermaine Ortiz definitely outboxed him running? That's not outboxing nobody. That's not outboxing nobody, man. You bagging up around the ring, pop shotting, getting away from my power shots, avoid me laying your ass out. Ain't you outboxing me? Judges don't like that shit. That's what I want y'all to understand. Judges don't like that shit. I want you to understand that shit. In the sport of boxing, if a judge sitting ringside, and because first of all, boxing is a gladiator sport. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Let's not be Christians right now. Boxing a gladiator sport. Gladiator sport. If anything, we come to see blood, especially the people that pay money. We want to see the knockout. We want to see at least blood in this bitch. Come on. Fight, motherfucker. Fight. Jermaine Ortiz did not do that. And I like Jermaine Ortiz. He did not do that. He knew what time it was with T.O. So he boxed. He most definitely boxed, but you can't win a fight just dancing around the ring. He was folding versus Loma in the end. I agree. I agree. I agree. If it was like a 15 round fight like back in the day, I believe Loma probably would have stopped T.O. I agree. Yeah, I agree. You a fool for even bringing that up. Yeah, because I saw that. But it was too late then. It was too late. Loma trying to come on at the end. What the fuck you doing, Lomachenko? What was that all about? I know what it was about. He respected T.O. power. He like, fuck that. We gonna play it safe and try to tire this motherfucker out. Yeah. Let's keep it real, man. Let's be honest, man. That's why he came on late. So y'all better stop playing T.O. Stop playing T.O. That Loma, Loma winning that fight. I'm looking like, who the fuck is this man? Why the fuck you ain't opening up with this T.O. motherfucker? Man, I looked at T.O. Fimo Lopez highlights and I said, oh, that's why your ass playing this safe. That's why you waiting. That's why you waiting. Give T.O. his credit. That's all I'm saying. For sure. For sure. For sure. Shakur respect his power too. That's what I'm saying. Motherfuckers just be talking they shit. Like I'm talking my shit. But the truth of the matter is, Teofimo Lopez is a very, very talented fighter and the boy entertaining. So fuck what y'all talking about when it comes to Theo. About so I'm riding with him all my life. Whenever he fight, it's gonna take somebody like Tank to beat T.O. It's for real. It's gonna take somebody like Tank. But somebody like Shakur, uh, now it's crazy because I feel like Gary Antoine Russell finna unify with T.O. I believe that's what's finna go on next. But you know, Gary and T.O. cool. So what Twan might do, he might just go and get that unification with Hitchinson. That's 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 probably what he do with Hitchens. I wouldn't be surprised if he bypassed T.O. and let T.O. fight somebody else and Twan go unify. I wouldn't be surprised if they do it like that. Yeah, I wouldn't be. Yeah, Loma was scared. Loma was terrified. Man, fighters that I be having to win fights and I see them in the ring and they don't do what I know they can do, you gotta be scared. What is you doing? What the fuck? Man, if I was sitting ringside, they had that fight around COVID. Around the COVID time. They was like damn near in the bubble. But if I was there, I would have been screaming like, Loma, what the fuck is you doing? What is you doing? You scared of him? Me personally. That's all I'm saying. Straight up. Straight up. Uh, at 140, he shows more of his boxing ability. For sure. At 140. But Pete, he trying to go to 147. T.O. kind of like dead. Now, that ain't the same. Hear me out on this. They boxing frame, they blow up. You know what I'm saying? T.O. is real muscular. 147, he probably ain't got to lose too much weight. That's why they run into to welterweight. They trying to get them fights up there. And they ain't wrong. If T.O. smart, he probably don't even stay at 140. That's what I'm saying, man. He gonna let Gary have that shit. Because Gary already didn't let it be known. He want to be undisputed. So if you got a belt, bring your ass. And what I just say, T.O. and Gary, they cool. Him and Twan, yeah. They go back to the amateurs and shit like that. They got a certain type of bond that y'all don't even know about. A lot of you have to know boxing to understand that shit. So T.O. ain't finna stay at no 140. Oh no. See, T.O. trying to challenge motherfuckers like Boots when Boots was at 147. See, T.O. think he's slick, dog. T.O. like, fuck it. I'd rather just train for one big ass fight for a bang every time. That's T.O. whole mentality. Like that, fuck it. I'd rather just go. I'd rather go up and challenge somebody and dethrone the motherfucker. He be dethroning motherfuckers. And if you peep, T.O., what the fuck? This damn near Jurassic Park out here. You heard that shit? Raptor damn near jump out of nowhere. But anyway, yeah. Girl, you finna go? Oh, I'm finna come in there. Come on. But yeah. But yeah. Russell and Matias, that'll be a good fight. That'll be, oh, look at my life. That'll be a good fight, Russell and Matias. I believe Matias is overrated. But he killed